today I'll be telling you about the latest news that we just got regarding people coming into Canada. Now, Canada is easing its border now, and people can now come into Canada, and you don't have to worry about the quarantine and the 14 days quarantine in the hotel. So you want to hang on tight, stay tuned. This is the information I'll be dissecting for you on this episode. Hi viewers, so welcome back to my YouTube channel. I still remember my humble self, MC. This is Canada Reality, where I dish out content for those that are in Canada and those that are aspiring to migrate into Canada. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, please hit on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that anytime I drop a video, you'll be among the first to get it. And for our returning viewers, thank you very much for believing in us. God bless you. Alright, so just like I said earlier on, that in this video, I'll be telling you about the new rule that was made, that was in place by Canada, easing the restriction COVID-19. So now, as of June, in the next 2 weeks, thereabout, people can now come into Canada and you don't have to worry about quarantining in the hotel. You know that some few months back, the rule was that if you come into Canada, you have to quarantine in the designated hotel for 14 days. But now the new rule that was just given by the immigration, by Canada government, is that if you have collected the 2-dose vaccine, if you have been vaccinated, you've gotten the 2 doses, then after 2 weeks of taking the last vaccine, so get me right, you've taken the first dose and you've taken the second dose, 14 days after, you can come into Canada and you don't have to worry about quarantining in the hotel. That is the new news we just got, and it's a good news, because with that, people don't have to worry about paying a huge sum of money to lodge in the hotel just because you have to quarantine. So the rule now is that if you have taken the 2 doses, so it's not just 1 dose, if you have taken the 2 doses and 14 days after you have taken the dose, you want to travel to Canada, you can come in. But still, you need to come with it. So before you still travel, take for instance, hypothetically, you want to migrate from Nigeria or from India, and you're coming into Canada and you have taken the 2 doses. So you still need to, before you travel, you still need to come with you still need to do the test. So for the fact that you've taken the doses doesn't mean that you will not come up with a test. You still need to take this PCR test, come with a negative test, because by the time you get to Canada border, by the time you get in here, the border agency, they will request for the PCR test, the negative test. So once they get it, even when you get to Canada, for the fact that you have a PCR negative test, you'll still do a test here just to ascertain the fact that truly you are negative, and also just to ascertain the fact that you have taken the two doses of vaccination. So that's another good news that I feel I should share with you. And in addition to these two, Canada government made it known that for the fact that you have taken the 2 doses, you have negative PCR, you still need to have a backup plan for a quarantine, just in case if you come into Canada and you test positive. There's a huge possibility that you won't test positive, but just in case if you test positive, you need to have a backup plan of hotel plan where you're going to probably isolate. So you need to have that backup plan. But all things being equal, if everything goes well, you don't have to quarantine in the hotel, and things are beginning to open up now. It's a good news, and I feel I should share it with you. And also, let's talk about who are those that can come into Canada now. So don't forget that the rule in place is that the Canada border is closed for internationals and also for people in the US. The only people that are allowed to come into Canada now, and to who this rule is obtainable, and you can relate with it, are those that Canadian citizen, permanent resident in Canada, or you have a substantial reason for you to come into Canada. Those are the people that this rule applies to. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that not everybody, for the fact that the border has been eased, doesn't mean that you can come into Canada. No, the border is still closed. But for those that are Canadian citizen, permanent resident, or you have paramount need to come into Canada now, if you have taken your 2 vaccines, you've been vaccinated, you do not need to quarantine in the hotel for 14 days. Right, just to further give you more news again, the flight between India and Pakistan coming into Canada, you know, it has been banned for the last two months now. But the new rule that we just got is that with effect with immediate effect, the ban between flights from India to Canada is still in place up until July 21st. But for Pakistan to Canada, the ban has been terminated. So flights can come in from Pakistan, but for India, the ban is still in place. No thanks to the COVID-19 that is ravaging that part of the world. That's why the extension is there for the ban between flights coming in from India into Canada. But for Pakistan, the ban has been lifted, and flight can actually land from Pakistan into Canada. All right, so just quickly before I forget, so part of those that can come into Canada now, according to the news that we've just gotten, is if you have your COPR, confirmation of permanent residence, you can also come into Canada now. I mean, as far as you have your two vaccination done, and you can prove that with your test that you've done it, you can also come into Canada now. And for those that has an expired COPR, or you're waiting for yours, there will be further instruction from Canada Immigration on the next procedure for you to go about. But for those that has a valid COPR, you are also allowed to come into Canada as out of June 21st. Alright viewers, I hope you actually understood the video that I brought for you today on the good news that we have just gotten on the easing of the border in Canada for people to actually come into Canada now. If you have any question you do not understand, feel free to drop it in the comment section. Or do you want to read more about this, go online and you can actually read more for yourself. Alright, till I come back to you on this channel, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, hit on the likes button, and don't forget to share this video with whoever you feel will benefit from it. See you in my next video. One love.